Presenting the CW Crew. Brought to you by the X Games.
Hey everybody, John Foss, CW Twin Cities. I am talking with Jim, Dave, Mike, the Blind Shake. These guys are playing at X Games. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you
for taking the time to talk to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
So you guys are playing in maybe the coolest venue I've ever been in, the Amory. The Lakers used to play here. What do you guys think of the venue? You just finished your sound check. What do you guys think?
It's beautiful. Blown away. I mean, just looking out from where we are, our point of view, it's just like
gorgeous.
It's
It's like
amazing.
bringing outside inside.
Yeah.
I think the inside of the building is bigger than the whole block.
Oh yeah, there's like nowhere
Yeah.
to stand outside. It's like
Yeah.
you're either inside or you're like
weird-
across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys played here before?
No.
No.
Have you been inside?
First time.
This is
inside.
my first time.
I went to the
Everything.
website and looked around. I was like, yeah, this is too huge. But
Nice.
Yeah.
And X Games. So you were a skater, right? Back in the day?
Yeah,
Is that
how'd you
right?
know? Yeah.
I've been doing some research and
My knees.
stalking you.
Yes.
So tell us about that. And is that kind of how you guys became a part of this, or is there a connection between that background?
Maybe, sorta. I mean, well,
Pre-X Games.
pre-X Games, that's how I got into
Yeah.
all the punk rock, everything like that was through skateboarding.
Okay.
Especially in the 90s, skateboarders tended to be really like about that just as much as the skateboarding. And so I started getting all these records, and when we started our band, we just had really great influence of like really cutting edge, weird early punk rock that just flowed to us through that. So there is always kind of like this skateboarding.
Although back then it was like, you'd have bumper stickers, skateboarding is not a crime. But now it's like, Colton, do a kickflip. You haven't practiced your skateboarding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's changed.
Not so much. Like,
And you
not
could
every
maybe even
family.
say
The guys
skateboarding.
here aren't.
Skateboarding is maybe the reason you guys are a punk band, because if I read correctly, you weren't really into punk until you started skateboarding, and then
Yeah.
you
Thrasher
kind of
magazine
brought
was how you got all the music stuff from reading skate mags, and then you'd be like, hey, check out this band. He'd make me a mixtape or something, and then we would slowly get influenced. Always fighting it, and then always eventually being overcome with it.
Cool. And where does Dave come in? Did you guys go to high school together, or what's the connection? How do you guys
We
know each
did.
other?
We've known each other since junior high even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were on the basketball team, riding the bench.
Kind of like
Four-
this.
14
like,
years
yeah.
old, like this, our short shorts,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and we're never
Like-
getting in.
Maybe we should do something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Just became friends from there, and I actually started playing music with him first, and then we talked him into playing with us.
Yeah, because you guys were playing music, right, growing up.
Yeah.
And you didn't start. You came back to guitar at 23.
Yeah,
Yep.
way
Okay.
later. Yep.
So you guys were kind of like, hey, Jim, let's do this.
Yep.
Take
Yeah.
this guitar, start
You're
playing.
already here at the house hanging out with
Yeah.
us. Why don't
Just
you just
play bass. I
Yeah.
always made him practice his
Yeah.
bass, and he hated
Yeah, I
it.
started via bass.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. You guys don't have a bass player.
We do not.
No,
Right.
because
Which is cool because it's unique. Is it just because you guys don't like playing bass?
he
back
would,
then-
he wouldn't play bass because it was like,
Well, I figured I'm gonna be in a band. I want to be the guitar player.
and I'm like, well, okay. But then we saw a band from town called Vaz, and then they were a two-piece.
And they're from the Twin Cities too, right?
Yeah,
They are.
Okay.
they're ex-Hammerhead, which was a famous '90s band in the AMREP scene, and yeah, I thought that's what he's playing, is his baritone guitar. So I saw in the musician's friend catalog baritone. I'm like, oh, get the sound of Vaz. It's nothing like it. But then I owned it, and so then that's what I had played, and I just kept it.
It's really cool too because it definitely is a totally different sound. You know, like you hear the lead guitar and then the baritone guitar is just like a totally different sound. It really gives you guys a cool, unique thing that I think sets you guys apart from other people. Is that what you were going for? Or you just because
Yeah,
of that?
it is.
It was an accident that you were like, okay,
Yeah, it was.
this works.
And then slowly over time, you just find the right amp and the right combination.
It took forever
It
to
really
make
did.
it work. We're just like, this is the worst band ever.
Yeah,
This is-
you just feel that and then if you get the right sound guy, he'll save you. And then other people are like, you don't have a bass. Yeah, we have a baritone, but that's not a bass. I know. We're gonna move on now because we're here, and we've been a band for 10 years. And they're like, well, it's not a bass. Like, I don't know what part of that you don't get, but there would be constant, and it makes you crazy.
This just popped in my head, and I could totally be wrong, but didn't the Doors also not have a bass player?
And they were
true.
they
Is that-
they
they
did
did
some
am I
just
right?
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
it was
They
done
did
on
all
the
right.
keyboard. The keyboarders
Yeah.
played all the
Left
low
hand.
end. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're in good hands there.
They haven't
So-
come out with an album in a long time though.
That's true.
Yeah. That's true. But
And
okay.
they probably got a lot of grief from the sound guys too. So.
Yep.
So the Blind Shake, where did that name come from?
Jim. Jim pays attention to the news really.
Blind Sheep?
Around,
Yes.
yeah,
Is
around
that it?
September 11th is when we first started, and I must have been listening to NPR, and I thought they said the name The Blind Sheik, because this is the guy that attempted to blow up the World Trade Center the first time
93,
in the
yeah.
93.
So he's a double loser.
Right.
Exactly.
But we had no intent. I was like, is that right? The Blind Sheik? That sounds like a band. That sounds really cool. And we needed a band name, and they're hard to find. So I'm like,
If you pick
okay,
terrorist names, they're easier. Less people.
we
Exactly.
want to have this
Yeah.
band name. I said, but it might be a terrorist. I don't know. And they're like, that name
But
is cool.
you did a search of the Blind Sheik, how we spell it. And it's like,
And
yeah,
there's
nothing came up. Well, imagine
So
that.
it has nothing
Yeah.
to do with any terrorism.
Yes.
I just
Yeah.
thought the name sounded cool.
Very cool. But another coincidence, maybe it is a coincidence, maybe it's not. The first song you guys wrote was on 9/11. Was
Yeah.
that because you felt like you wanted to express yourself that day, or was it just a coincidence?
The song was something we were slowly working on, but like, yeah, together I think we were still jamming like two-piece stuff, waiting for Dave to
Yeah.
finish college and join us. And it was just to play, because we were like a lot of people who were not normally pro-war, but at that time we're like, we got to sign
Felt
up.
so
We don't know what's
sad.
going on.
What's going
Yeah.
on? Just that actual day, and do you want to go jam? Yeah, and just played.
Yeah.
And that song kind of survived into like when we actually started to play. So it's like, hey, this first song came from that day.
And so at this point, you two are out of college, and Dave, you're still in college. You guys all went to the same high school, but different colleges, right?
Yes.
Where'd you guys go to school?
I went to UMD in Duluth.
Okay.
Yeah. He was U of M.
U of M in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Went to Mount Scenario in Ladysmith, Wisconsin. It
Okay.
doesn't exist anymore.
So when
And
you
then,
guys,
then Hamlin in St. Paul.
okay.
Yeah.
So when you guys were out and he was still in, did you guys know, was the band created? Like, was the plan when you got out of school?
Yes.
You were all coming together.
We actually, I think, were already like practicing at that point. I was actually going to law school at the time at the U of M here. I was
Okay.
done in Duluth. I was down living at home.
A little bit different path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to law school?
Yeah.
Dang, what
Yeah.
a
Good
bad
to know
choice.
it.
I know, right?
Guys,
I know.
just guys should email each other. I'll just
Yeah.
get you his number.
Okay.
Yes.
Get to know your friend.
But at the time too, we never thought we would play a show.
It was just,
It was
so
just
a hobby at the time?
it was just
Yeah.
something for fun.
We just had this tiny little corner, weird shaped practice space, and we would just go there on weeknights and
But we played as if we were going to play a show.
yeah.
Once we started talking about having a show, then I went to the Mall of America, got us tank tops. It had a Blind Sheik characters like drawn on there. And then we wore those in practice. And
Did
we
you
were
draw
like,
the character?
Yeah. And then we just, it was from this book I have, Drawing People. And I drew it, the Blind Sheik, but she had no eyes. This is,
So how'd you guys go
Dumb.
from that to starting to do gigs?
we were smashing our gear in practice, pretending.
really?
And there was like, at some point you have to sign up. And
Yeah.
we had our,
A friend of ours had a friend who booked a venue, and they had an opening like on a Wednesday night, kind of a new band night, and she asked him if we would be available, and he brought it to our attention, and it wasn't like an automatic yes. It was kind of like, do you guys really want to play a show and do this for real? And we kind of took our time with that, just thinking about that, and then once we said yes, then we kind of changed as a band, way more rehearsing. Then I think is when you actually got the t-shirts, solidified the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, to be like,
Yeah.
I mean, I had not played, I played guitar since I was 9 and never played in front of people till 23, 24, whenever that first show was.
Yeah.
I was terrified. My lips were blue, you know? I just didn't like it. And then after it was done, I was like, whew, that's over with. Never
Yeah.
have to do
We're
that
not- we
again.
don't
And
have-
then,
Me and Dave
oh,
had
they were
so
loving
much
it.
fun.
Like,
and
are
we
you
said, we're going to
kidding
do
me?
that
This
again.
is-
And you said, we have to do that again?
So you thought you thought it was a one and done?
Yeah, I just thought like, we played a show, it's over.
So what'd
Yeah.
you think when they were like, this is what we're doing now?
I didn't get why they would like that.
Have you come to like it?
Yeah,
since?
oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Because you guys are kind of known for being, like, your live stuff, being a great live act. So
I think that because it was a fear that you have to work, be so prepared so you're not finding little reasons to quit or little reasons to. It's kind of with anything. The more you just practice, it's sometimes like a thing that's a weakness can later become your strength if you just keep hammering on it. I think that's what we did. And also, we weren't really able to get gigs early on in Minneapolis, so we would tour. And if
because they're like,
yeah.
we know you. You guys aren't a real band. So you have to like go outside and be like,
They would like, we literally don't know you because
Yeah.
you're not from you don't, we didn't like move and sit with the same people of
come up in the
of
scene or
Yeah.
whatever. We were already out of college, older, and we didn't participate in the thing. We're just like, hey, we're a new band.
Yeah,
We're
can
like,
we
so?
play? Like we're the guys in the back that go to shows, but we don't talk to other people. You know, we just
Yeah.
it was kind of like that, and then so we started touring a lot, and then by the time we kind of got our chance, we were already like had been touring.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you come out with an album, or what's the next step after your show started taking off?
We did a 7-inch
CDR.
CDR.
We got to come up with a CDR, guys.
That was back in the day of
That's what you did back then.
CDR.
Yeah.
I booked us a nice
Was that like a
5-week.
demo tape?
Yes, I mean this
Yeah.
is even before like MySpace was a thing where you could
Yeah.
put music on your
Yeah.
website or this
You
is
literally had to call the
You-
venue too,
yeah.
and then did you get the demo?
yeah.
You know,
it was
and
way
then-
different back then.
And then whatever band that they referenced, I would be like, totally, exactly. We're exactly like that band.
Yes.
Or do you
Give us
don't
the
like
show.
them? We're exactly not like that band. Whatever you like, that's us. And then just to get us the show. And then we would go out there. I think we had 3 weeks on, a week off in the middle of the West, and and then another week, and we toured with another band, which is just even. It was super fun, but it was the
Painful.
how to lose money.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to take all your money and dump in the garbage.
So
you
one
know?
second Dave's going to law school, and then he's losing money in a band.
Yeah.
Yes.
And secretly losing money from me because his change drawer. I was not doing well financially, so I would like dig in his car. He
Yeah.
had kept his change and go to Arby's or whatever.
A lot of red flags here, but
Yeah.
somehow you guys pulled this off.
I know.
Yeah, he's always been helping us out.
So how do you make it to the
Whether
next,
he knew it or
the,
not.
the next stage to become legit? Do you just keep working
Yes.
through the
Keep playing.
grinding?
Keep doing shows. Keep
It was-
grinding.
it was
keep-
grinding.
Yeah. Keep releasing records. Just
Did you guys get a record label then, or
yes.
how'd
Eventually.
how'd that happen?
Just from
Playing it.
sheer will
South
of
by
just
Southwest
playing
and
constantly and people finally seeing us and taking notice and
And then eventually you guys do collaborations with Michael Yonkers and
Yep.
John Reese.
Yeah. Yep.
How was that after you guys had become established, or
Yeah.
did they hear you at a show?
Not with Yonkers. Yonkers believed in us like right away. He saw us live one time. He came to the show. We had both talked to him individually at times on the street, and then he came to a show. And then our friend Ryan O'Rourke said it would be the best if Michael Yonkers and the Blind Shake would jam on stage for my birthday. So we did that, and then Yonkers said, "Hey, let's just do an album." Like, okay.
Yeah.
So, but then with John Reese, we had already toured through San Diego. He had heard us and seen us and stuff, and we knew some of the same people. And then he
And
just
that was like
texted.
surf punk rock music.
yes.
Yep.
So was that a totally different vibe for you guys?
Not at all, actually.
was the
We were
same.
kind of already like in that vein, influenced by it. I mean, sonically, that's
Just loved like
Yeah.
weird guitar sounding music, like surf or psychedelic, without trying to be like a psychedelic band, but some of the tunings and guitar stuff is so cool. Like, can you take that without being a psych band, or like, can you take the surf element without trying to be a surf band? And I think Reese liked that about
Yeah.
us. And when he was going to try to do an actual surf band, he liked the way we were kind of approaching it. Thought it'd be a good fit.
Was it hard to do these niche types of music when at the beginning you guys are losing money? Do you feel like you kind of felt like, hey, if we just like sold out and did this music that everybody's listening to, we can be profitable right away? Was it hard to stick it out and do your thing and be yourself to make it through all of that?
I don't
or
think
did you
it
just
No.
feel like it was
crossed
way?
my mind one
No,
time.
I don't
Didn't
think
even-
so.
that didn't
We
even
were.
We've never played even a cover.
Yeah.
We later did some like cover of a
Kinks.
Kinks song
Yeah.
for fun. It was done way differently, but like, we don't play covers on stage, and like, literally
Never
just
learned covers when we played, just always original, trying to be original right from the get-go.
And that was kind of a thing of people who were really into 90s type music. Originality was paramount to even something that's worth anything to listen to. At least it's original. So, you know what I mean? It was kind of like selling out. Even if you copied somebody who only local people know, that's selling out. you
Yeah.
know? So our threshold for selling out was so high. But then now we're like playing X Games and this and that.
You're opening for
We
Incubus.
were,
and
we were a lot younger too when we had less commitments. We had
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like with Incubus, they're a major label band, but they've been at it for 30 years, I think. I was reading up on them. And I mean, that's impressive.
Have you played with them before?
never.
No.
Did you guys meet them today, or
We have not.
I walked
Yeah.
by.
are you guys fans of their music?
I walked by. I was like, I think
counts.
that's the guy with the
Yeah.
ponytail.
Are you guys fans of their music?
I honestly don't. I
okay.
didn't know any of their music.
He just showed me one of their
Yeah.
songs the other day.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's
Definitely
something like
knew who they were.
Different,
like,
Yeah,
different
you hear the
genre.
name.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just something you wouldn't normally pursue, but yeah, we never like protested outside their
Yeah.
tour
bus.
van or yeah,
We're
whatever,
definitely
tour
pro
spaceship.
Incubus. Yeah.
But
So you guys are, I think, 7 albums in now, and
That
you've
sounds
gone
right.
from where you were to being very successful, and a lot of collaborations. Through the collaborations, was it always the plan to come back to the original, and the Blind Shake, and without
definitely.
just be
Yeah.
you three?
like all the collaborations, like it was John Reese and the Blind Shake. It was Michael
Yeah.
Yonkers with the Blind
Yeah.
Shake. So we were always still ourselves.
And you
So
guys
it's
have a lot
like-
of side projects
Yes.
still, right? Like solo, you guys have done solo stuff, and then with other people as well. Is there any
Yep.
of that going on now, or coming up in the future?
He has a band called Green Blue.
Okay.
I have a band called Blaha, and they started as solo projects, and then we got other musicians to play and stuff, and then both kind of. And then Jim and I had a 2-piece called Shadow in the Cracks, where I play the kick drum and a baritone and sing, and he plays guitar. So it's kind of like a plan B if he's a responsible one, so he would actually work his job. So you can't always have your drummer there. So.
Well, that's another thing that I've heard you guys say is that you've had a lot of interesting side jobs over the years. I can't remember which. It was either Mike or Jim was a substitute teacher.
Yeah,
Is that you?
I was a sub.
Okay.
Now I'm an actual real
He's the
teacher.
real
Oh, so you're a full-time teacher now?
Yep.
What do you teach?
Special ed, EBD,
Okay.
in a Federal 4 setting.
Cool.
But I just got a job in Key Largo
Oh,
for
wow.
teaching middle school 7th graders.
Nice.
So it'd be a little bit of a commute for band practice.
He's actually flying tomorrow.
Yeah,
He's
tomorrow.
leaving.
I work
He's
tomorrow.
leaving
The first
to-
day on the job, I gotta
go start his job.
shower
tomorrow.
up and then.
Is it hard to keep the band alive when you do that?
I mean, we were talking about sending tracks back and forth
Yeah.
and stuff, and then I think for us it'll be easy because we just already know how each other plays. With my other band, it'll be a little tougher, just because it's newer, you know.
Yeah. What about you guys? Have you guys had interesting things along the way to make ends meet? Are you still doing full-time gigs?
Yeah, still just grinding away. Like, yeah.
Yep. Coffee shop,
Yeah.
and I have sold paintings and collages too as a supplement.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And I heard at one time you guys playing with Michael Yonkers, you said that he was the best artist in the Twin Cities. Who
Yeah.
do you guys think is right now the best? There's a ton of music going on right now, which I've learned throughout this job, which I didn't really realize. Who do you guys think is kind of the top of the talent pool right
Man.
now?
I always like what Alan Sparhawk from Low is doing. He always has really cool with his side projects. He's just a really, really
Murder of Crows.
good songwriter, and I think that never goes out of style. It's just, and then of course Michael Yonkers still, because he's still doing CDRs and all sorts of
Yeah,
very interesting stuff that he'll send to us.
I think like Minneapolis though is now more of a hip hop town. You know, P.O.S, Rhymesayers, Lizzo. I mean, it's you know, and these people. When I also worked at First Ave as a door guy, so you'd see them on their earlier comeuppance, if that's a word, and then
Now, they're
now all of a
just
sudden, yeah,
destroying it. They're
yeah,
so awesome.
totally famous, which is pretty cool. What I like about hip hop is self-promotion is legal. In punk rock, it's like, oh,
Oh, really?
did you tell somebody you had a show?
Yeah.
Sell out? Like, I don't. What do I do? I want to not die on the road
Right.
Yeah.
with, you know what I mean? Just eating
And it's
tuna
still
out of the
that
can
way
anymore. Yeah.
Right now, it's still that way.
No, it's changed because
Okay.
now everyone knows that, you know what, you put out a record and people will just mainly stream all your stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So everybody just steal when you can. They'll steal your music. We steal because Google and all the Apple, they provide the format in which to steal artist music. So we steal a laptop here and there. You know, don't do that, kids.
No, we're just kidding.
No, it's yeah,
Well,
it's kind
early
of
on, like if we were to do an ad, like our music in an advertisement, we were like, no way are we going to do that. Because I remember saying that somebody wrote us. I said, our music is for live and recordings only.
squinted
Stay
like
away.
that too. He was
Squinted.
Pure,
And now
pure
we're
squint.
who we got? T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Just
We have done ads, and I think that's just
the
changed.
better way.
Everybody has been. I think that just the sentiment is
Well, it gives you an
do
opportunity to
it.
make more music.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
It
nobody
pays for the
ca-
next album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's
nobody
not
cares.
conceived in that. It's like, really, you're gonna put? Did you read the lyrics? No. Okay, good. Yeah, it's a great song. It's about you. Whatever. What are you selling? Mayonnaise? Yes. It's a mayonnaise song.
I love mayonnaise. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
all those other
Always been a huge
references are
fan.
really, they boil down to
Symbolic.
mayonnaise.
Yep.
But as long as I think you're not writing the song for,
There you go.
except for our next song, it's called Coles. No, I don't know. But
Coles.
What about you? Any Twin Cities music
Man.
that you're?
No, I just stay at home and
Okay.
yeah. I have 2 kids and I'm just that's all I have time for.
Speaking of stealing, you guys had your stuff stolen at South by Southwest.
Yes.
Yep.
Was that hard to bounce back from? Was it insured? How'd you
No.
pull that off?
No.
It was not insured.
Not insured.
Wow.
It was hard. It was more just like, oh my God, like, because we were having a really good time that night, and
they told us not to load in. Don't load in your gear. We
Yeah.
got gear provided.
Yeah.
First time doing a backline, and we're like, it went really well.
And we get back to our van. It's just like the windows are all smashed in, equipment's gone, and it was just like, oh my God.
Do you feel like the people that told you not to load in were involved? Because
Man,
it sounds
no
like
wonder.
it was.
No.
No,
not at all.
they later caught that Austin ring of.
Okay.
It was a bike ring of thieves. That
Mm-hmm.
so it was a pretty organized thing. But honestly, it was like a good forest fire. It gave a chance to rebuild our sound one more time. And
Cool.
so
I remember wanting to think that, and
I did feel that. Dude, it was most of my stuff that got stolen. What are you talking about? But it was a cab that we my dad and I would build cabs, and that was the best sounding one.
it was.
That was his.
To this day.
That was
and,
stolen.
and my head.
Yeah, you're
that had
that
okay,
was-
that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, so-
That was the original.
Sorry.
right?
Yeah,
you
so I
did get
really
wronged.
did want to believe in the forest fire theory, but I'm like,
Yeah.
it was way better before.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Was it better?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not my
We don't
sound.
know.
Your sound
don't
was
know.
better. Mine was worse.
Nostalgia is always better.
True.
Yeah.
What's your?
I'm still bitter, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks
Still
for
not
bringing
over
it up.
Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
about that downer.
Yeah.
So throughout your career and just where you are now and where you want to, what do you want to make? What kind of impact you want to have in people as far as your influence after your career is all said and done? What would you say through your music you would like to leave?
I think like that shirt Dead Moon, there's a lyric in Let It Rain, which was Pierce Darrow, but Fred Cole, his line, go for what you want the most. It's the only way you're free.
It's like the best
Yeah.
line ever. I get goosebumps every
Yeah.
time I hear it. Yeah.
And I got a chance to say that to the guy. I said, hey, I believe in that lyric. And if my life turns out bad, it's your fault. So he thought that was funny.
That's great. All right. So X Games tonight. What are we gonna see?
We'll just play our best.
Yeah.
And then if people like it,
Is it gonna be the same? Are you doing anything special for this? Maybe it's a little bit different type of audience because you're bringing in a lot of people from out of town, X Games fans and stuff like that. Or is it gonna be, or do you just do your thing?
We're gonna do our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only thing we know how to do.
I wish we did have.
Yeah.
I was gonna lie and be like, oh yeah, we do. But
I think we have a
couldn't.
video presentation. That's
Yeah.
what we don't know.
Yeah, there's
And we're
video.
playing a
Yeah.
slower song
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
mix it up.
Yeah.
It's our longest set by far.
Yeah.
Usually our set's like 30 minutes, if not shorter.
We usually play
This is-
venues like a tenth this size, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the place to be.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing though.
Yeah, it does.
just looks,
It does.
Everyone's super
It
nice.
was really great.
We can't complain.
All right. Well, Jim, Dave, Mike,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Congrats
Appreciate
on the
it.
awesome gig. And
Thank you so
can't wait to
much.
see it. Thanks. The Blind Shake. Check these guys out.
The CW crew on the CW Twin Cities, DJ Bonix, Alexis Gore, and John Foss. Like, follow, subscribe to, and love the CW crew.